Hey guys, welcome back to West Coast Mopars. Today I thought I'd showcase this 49 Fargo of mine. I've got an earlier video where I sort of talked about the conversion I did. It's sitting on a 66 Dodge W200, so a 3/4 ton 4x chassis, 4x4. I did shorten the frame, I sectioned the center of it, brought the wheelbase closer together, all that. And you guys have probably seen I've got a 440 in it, and I've got it with 4-speed. So, yeah, if you haven't seen this one, check out the earlier video. It's not a build video, it's just sort of when I completed the build. Probably should have filmed it, but oh well. But anyways, on today's video, I've got this. This is that Vice Grip Garage Shine Juice. My buddy Shane lent me this. He actually lent it to me to try it out on my 64 Ford 1-ton dump truck, which I think it actually turned out not too bad. It's hard to tell in this paint though. It wasn't faded enough to really show up. I mean, it's faded and pretty sad, but I think the way the pink primer is coming through, it sort of ate up some of the shine, the gloss. But I'm going to do it on my 49 Fargo. So I'll do a walk around of the truck now, as is, and then show you guys the process and the outcome. It should look pretty good. I did a little test patch on the door last night, and it looks like it'll come through pretty good. This thing's got some pretty cool patina. So it's, as far as I know, it's not a permanent, you're not just clear coating it, it's just sort of bringing the old paint back, which is what I'd prefer. I don't love the look of a big thick coat of clear coat on an old rusty truck. Okay, so here's the truck as it is. The tailgate's actually just sort of been sprayed black, I think. Got this old bumper on here I made. It's actually a front bumper from a Ford pickup, 70s Ford. I just sectioned it. This bumper in the back, just sort of sitting back here, it's a rear bumper from a 67 Dodge pickup, and I'm gonna use it on my 65 Fargo. It's missing the rear bumper, so somebody sort of hacked together this homemade hitch. I'm gonna get rid of that, and I'm torn. It's got these tall sides. They're sort of meant to go along the bottom of the quarter panel, but I don't love how they look, so I probably am gonna cut it. There's actually a weld here, factory weld. I'm gonna cut them there and just sort of make it fit the truck, but that's for another day. But anyways, this has all kinds of neat. It's got the fading on the tops of the fenders from getting hammered with the rain. The sides of the box. It's a really rust-free truck, aside from a little bit here on the running board. But aside from that, this thing is really clean. The corners are clean. The second hole, this was actually where the filler neck used to be. I just never filled it. I ended up moving it up here and putting a tank behind the seat. But yeah, it's just old, faded, oxidized paint. It's got this neat line here. That's from all the water running down off the end of the drip rail there. And then all the paint sort of faded here. It's got a bit of rust here on there's a brace behind here. Both sides are the same, and that's common on these pilot house trucks. That's just a bad spot. But all in all, it's a pretty neat patina on it. And funny enough with the hood, we'll see what the hood does after I do this, but the hood has just gotten rustier, and that's just from, I think the heat from that 440 has just baked the paint off further and further. Yeah, we'll see what this does. I'm excited, actually. I was a little hesitant at first, but here's that patch I did on the door just last night. Just sort of rubbed a little bit on. It's really bringing out the blue, which I think would look pretty neat. This is an old X. Somebody had spray painted on there, but I just sort of let it fade. Yeah, this truck sat in Saskatchewan for, I think they said about 50 years in a field. Just sat there. And then my neighbor brought it back on a trailer, and he had big plans for it, and then it just sort of just sort of got ignored, and then I ended up with it, and it's gone through many engine transplants and different things while I've had it. So yeah, let's get started. Just an old rag here. And basically just what I did on the dump truck, just get the rag wet with this stuff, and then you just rub it in. And eventually the whole rag will be covered in this stuff, which is good because you kind of just wipe it on. You can see the old oxidization. That's a hard word for me. The old oxidizing on the rag there is coming off from the old paint on the truck, but that's okay. A lot of small little dents and stuff in this thing, little dings that you don't really notice till you're wiping some stuff on it. Lots in the bottle too, you barely use anything. I did that, well, the dump truck's just the cab and the fenders and hood, but it didn't really use a lot. I thought it would use a lot more of it. You kind of just put a little bit on at a time, and stuff seems to actually go a long way. It sure gets sucked in quick with the surface rust there, and the rest of it. So it's on the paint, it sort of spreads down. That surface rust sure eats it up. This will be a good test for see how long this stuff lasts too, because this truck just lives outside. It doesn't ever get parked in the shop unless I'm doing work on it, but it just lives its life outside, under the trees, out in the weather. I've actually got insurance on it right now. It's mid-January. It's only about freezing out right now, but this thing's got insurance on it, and I gotta go get groceries and stuff. I just hop in this thing. my winter daily driver right now. Kind of hoping it snows so I can actually make use of the 4x4. Just get the edge here just to you guys wondering about my vent windows missing. That is because these windows, I actually took the window assembly out and the vent window out. These doors are original to the truck, but these windows are from a 1-ton and they didn't have the butterfly windows. And I purposely put them in because the butterfly window gaskets were so bad and I couldn't find anything that was affordable that I could put in there to keep them. So I just put these one-piece windows in. I actually quite like them. They've grown on me quite a bit. I liked getting rid of the bulky butterfly window. I mean, in the summertime, this thing gets so hot with that 440 in there. You're not even, it's not like you're just opening the butterfly window. You got the windows rolled down, you got the vent in front of the window there open. You really don't need to have just the butterfly window open. So, to me, it was a worthy exchange. Get rid of that thing. What I find interesting about this stuff is it really highlights the red that kind of came through. Same with on the box. I never even noticed this little bit here. Must be red primer, but it really comes through with this stuff. What do you guys think so far? I think it's a worthy to do it. I'm not sure what to do about the running boards. I'll probably put it on there, but there's quite a lot of surface rust on them. We'll see how well it takes this stuff. Okay, well, aside from I didn't obviously get to the tailgate. I'll do that in a bit here. But let's just do a comparison. I have not done the driver's side. So here's the driver's side, old faded paint, very oxidized. Come around, I haven't done to the front. Really, I did a little bit on that header panel and the hood. Well, here you can see the hood and the fender. Have not yet touched this side, so I think this is going to look pretty good. I'll do the bumper as well, and then here's the passenger side. Really pops now, actually. Just looks like a nice old truck. So I will continue going around. I'll get the rest of it. Okay, well, this is all finished. It's actually the next day. I finished this yesterday, kind of last night. I didn't get crazy on the running boards. I sort of just gave it a quick little bit on the running boards. You can see sort of under the door there, I didn't get to it. But I think, all in all, I think this turned out great. It really brought the color out. It was really oxidized. You kind of get used to stuff, and you get used to looking at the same thing all the time. I did not realize just how oxidized it was and how faded the paint looked. So this is great. This really brought it back out. Really brought out it's got a lot of old brazing and stuff on the fenders there. Really brought that back out. The patina sort of on the top of the fenders. Like I mentioned, that sort of streak there from the water running down. Same with on the doors. Yeah, it looks really good. My only thing I will say, and there's nothing wrong with the product, but I got a little bit on my clothes, and man, does it stink. It just stinks. Like, it smells like you just left a bunch of fish outside or in the sun. My clothes soaked it up. I put my jacket in the closet last night, and not thinking, and I opened it this morning, and it just reeks. So that'd be my only word of advice would be don't put your clothes away somewhere where it's just gonna stink up everything else. Yeah, turned out really well. Really brought out the red in this door. I didn't bother going in the box at all. I just sort of went along the top of the rails here. More brazing on the sides here. Yeah, so that'll do it for the Shine Juice on the 49 Fargo. I'd definitely use it again. I don't know about paying for it. I mean, unfortunately, where we are, getting it here is costly, but it does seem to last. I mean, I thought I would use a whole bunch on this thing, and I really only used, I maybe used not even a quarter of the bottle, doing both the dump truck and the Fargo. Probably, yeah, not even that much. So you probably could get, 10 vehicles done with one bottle. Anyways, thanks for watching, guys. We'll catch you on the next one.